there, card folks. Speed Robo here, and welcome to today's episode of Draft Duel. We've got a great game for you today against two regular tournament champions, Mpire and Moonfassa. And as usual, joining me casting is the wonderful Dex. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm good. It's great to be on the casting couch again. I'm absolutely loving commentating over these draft duels. They're really good. They're really fun games to watch, and I don't doubt that we're going to get a great one today.
And I don't think anything more needs to be said. I know you're looking forward to watching the game, so let's go straight into it. And here we are, folks, in the drafting phase. Both players rolling off to determine who's going first, who's going to be the attacker, and who's going to be the defender. Down on red, we've got Mpire playing Caladrix, and over on blue is Moonfassa playing Anwin. Players who participated in our most recent tournament may recognize these lists as the two lists these competitors clashed against each other with during that event.
Yeah, and they're really exciting lists. So it looks like Empire's going to be our attacker today, but I want to talk about Moonfassa and his actually quite defensible list, which is good given he's got the defender role today. He's bringing two Grovekeeper Druids today. And the key thing about Grovekeeper Druid is it summons a Treant, and then you can use the Safe Haven ability to move an allied unit to a target Treant you control. So if you have two of these, you can summon a Treant round 1 and do a teleport round 1.
Yeah, that's an incredibly powerful maneuver that Mpire is going to have to watch out for. Something he may do to counter it is draft his Norfane Sorcerer to silence one of those Grovekeeper Druids as quickly as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll prevent that round 1 combo from coming out straight away. And if Moonfassa decides to just heal the debuff, that's one less heal he's got that round.
Yeah, exactly. I'm never upset when my opponent decides to heal off one of my silences, because it's just one less healer I have to deal with. It means that I can start putting chip damage on my opponent's big units and clear them off the board during that round.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk about what these players have done with their Deepwood Sentinels this game. Both players are mirroring each other, two Deepwood Sentinels in their sort of midline spots. And what I find really interesting about this is the Deepwood Sentinel's maneuver ability. They can swap with an adjacent unit, which is also combinable. This is really nice in this position because you have access to your entire front line. You can just push them one hex forward with each Sentinel. And yeah, it's just super strong being able to do that with your entire front line with just two Sentinels.
Absolutely, Dex. Deepwood Sentinel is just one of my favorite cards in the game. I think maneuver's so cool. And we're seeing a third come down?
I didn't expect that.
Okay, whoa.
Mpire is the master of maneuverability. I know one of his favorite cards is Centaur Guard, which has the same maneuver ability.
Oh, yeah.
It's got an extra power and extra health and armor 1 when it's attacked. This is a pain to deal with. Let me tell you, Mpire knows how to put his units in the right places to just be annoying, and that 3 power on the Centaur Guard could be scary if we see that coming out.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I like to play Geth in tournament, is because I don't really have to worry about the, high-level maneuverability stuff. I can kind of just put a big, 15 health Craig in the middle and just not worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, he only has 12 health. Sorry. 15 gold, 12 health. I keep thinking he's 15 health. That's his gold cost.
That would be crazy, dude. Let's take a quick look at
it.
these players' hero drafts. Both have gone for quite a cheap hero. Anwin is only 5 gold right now, and Caladrix is only 7. Caladrix, this is a very standard build for him. He's got Velocity Greaves for charging and Blade Echo 3. Blade Echo 3 is going to be really strong against Sylvan because they're quite a bit of a horde army with very little health values. So Caladrix is just going to be able to charge in 3 damage to 3 units, bam, 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 all dead.
Yeah, I'm kind of expecting to see more abilities and maybe even items getting picked for these two heroes. With Anwin only being at 3 health and Blade Echo 3 on the table, I would not be surprised to see her grab a Buckler and she's absolutely going to be taking Nature's Bosom, right? Like, it's just
Yeah, for
one
sure.
gold for the best healing in the game.
Yeah, Nature's Bosom is a very, very strong card. You can remove a debuff heal for 2 and give a shield to one of your units. It's just such good utility. But I've seen that he's drafted Tranquility, and I know what Moonfassa's thinking with this, because I've seen him do it before, and it's very annoying. He takes his Taunting Satyr and pops Tranquility on it, and suddenly the Taunting Satyr can't die. But he can still taunt units, so he can taunt a unit and live, and then if Quicken 1 comes out on the table, he gets quickened and taunts another unit. That is so many actions taken away from the player.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, Taunting Satyr, another just very cool card. Like, it's like a little mini Scourge Sorcerer. You know?
Absolutely.
Just steal an action from an opponent, force an attack, knock it out of positioning. Oh, man. I have so many, like... You used to play that card against me all the time, and I hated it. It was my least favorite card.
It's just such a strong card. You take an action away from an opponent, and it's usually a very important one. See, one thing I've just noticed about Empire's draft is he's gone for a very tall Sylvan build, and I think I understand why he needs all these Sentinels now. He's creating a massive threat range with all these charging units like Ursa Major and Bull Elk, which can just be pushed one step further forward to have an even bigger threat range with this Deepwood Sentinel. He's got Caladrix to do that as well. And, dude, 2 bears and a Bull Elk and Caladrix, how much charging do you need, man? That's crazy.
Looking like Gath over here. I love it, honestly. I think it's really smart against Moonfassa's list, because if he can drive his cards into that back line super early, he can definitely win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to watch out for that Treant, though, because that Treant has got Steadfast. And, oh boy, Steadfast, it's just such a good counter to charging. Although, if he sits the Treant next to Caladrix, then Blade Echo, he can just charge another unit and Blade Echo the Treant.
Yeah.
That could be a good way to deal with that.
Yeah, I think keeping Caladrix alive, I think, is going to be very important for Empire during this game. The longer Caladrix stays on the board, the more value he can get against all these 3 and 6 health Sylvan units.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Caladrix should probably be taking a short sword today, because if you look at this Hippogriff, this guy's got Counter Strike for 3 power, and it's got 4 health. It would be really, really useful to Empire to be able to take out that Hippogriff whilst ignoring the Counter Strike using Caladrix's Backstab.
Yeah, that's some accurate analysis, and that's another reason why I was saying earlier that I think we're going to see more items and abilities get played for these heroes. I really don't think this is the end. Honestly, I'm expecting both heroes to have high levels of investment during this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Anwin's one of those heroes where you can't really avoid it, and Caladrix, he definitely feels like the kind of hero where the more you put into him, the more you get out.
Yeah, for sure. He's a very item-heavy hero. I often see him drafted with 3 items and then just Blade Echo 3, maybe True Strike and Camouflage to help out. But all those items just make him a really big, scary threat to the battlefield. I want to talk about a card that you expect to see in every Sylvan army, which is Gladehawk, of course. But I want to talk about a strategy that you don't see often with Gladehawk, because you see this Deepwood Mystic in the back for Empire. 1 health. And this Gladehawk has 1 power, 4 movement charging. Now, it's too far away to get in round 1, so he's got to set up for this a bit. But he can teleport with his Treants. And a very key strategy could be to teleport a Gladehawk behind his Treant and then charge the Deepwood Mystic round 1, preventing any healing that Empire could possibly do all game.
That is a really good idea. Another one of my favorite things to do with Gladehawk in this position is to just move it to center. Because then you are threatening your opponent's backline, and your opponent has to commit something that is generally going to be worth more than 2 gold to take out Gladehawk because it has the shield from capturing center.
Yeah,
So
and...
then...
Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah. No, because it's exactly what you were going to say, because then you're forcing something like this Great Hunter out of position that you can then capture easily.
So here's the other item on Caladrix. We've got Worm Scale Mail. This makes him so difficult to take out, especially for Sylvan. It means that Moonfassa's now going to need to bring something that can break Caladrix, otherwise he's going to have difficulty getting through that armor.
Yeah, I mean, the Norfang Sorcerer is the only thing I'm seeing immediately that's very good at that. Silverglade Ranger is on the table, but the Silverglade Ranger has to get near Caladrix first. And I don't know if Moonfassa is going to be able to pull that off.
I mean, with teleports and sentinels on the board, it could be easier than you'd expect, but as I said earlier, Mpire is crazy with his maneuver trickery. He could just do anything to get right out of there.
Yep. We're going to be watching Mpire zip all around the board during this game, especially since he is the attacker today. And when you're in the attacker role, odds are you're going to be pushing forward, you're going to be trying to flank your opponent, and the player in the defender role is just going to be trying to mitigate their losses and drag the game out to round 7 so that their win condition becomes easier.
Yeah. And what's really interesting about this game is this is essentially a rematch. Both players have played these exact kingdoms against each other before in the finals of the previous tournament. You can go watch that on Moonfassa's channel if you haven't already. Link is probably in the description if SpeedRobo remembers.
Yeah, it's entirely up to me remembering.
But what happened in that game that I think lost Mpire the game was he got too scared of Moonfassa's threat range with these Treants, and I think he just needs to go all out and attack, try and eat into that backline as fast as possible with Caladrix.
I agree. Because ultimately the Giant is kind of scary, but not super bad. 3 damage? Bull out Caladrix, Ursa Major, they can survive 3 damage, and they're going to be biting back. I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Here's the Sorcerer that is meant to deal with Caladrix's armor.
Yep, there he is.
So
as expected.
I really like Wormscale Mail here, because not only does it make Caladrix really buff and difficult to take out, but it also means that Moon has to bring this Sorcerer, which otherwise would be a bit of a misdraft against this army.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. I'm actually happy. If I was Mpire, I'd be happy to see that Sorcerer. Never mind.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going down quite yet. But, yeah, Sorcerer is a bit of a necessity to take out Caladrix, but that's a 5 gold card going down in response to this Wormscale Mail for 4 gold. But, whoa! What have we just seen Moondraft? But Quicken 1! This is so exciting, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Quicken 1, as I said, works with this Taunting Satyr combo, but also Quickening Gladehawks. It's just so good.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing to note is that Quicken does require a card to have a gold cost, so it cannot quicken these Treants.
Yeah, so gold cost 3 or less, so that's only going to be able to target Gladehawks, Wisps, Taunting Satyrs, or Deepwood Sentinels. I think it's quite good on the Deepwood Sentinels as well, though, because he can use those to double push a Treant forward so that it can start attacking. And Treants are pretty strong as well when they attack. They can root the defender, which doesn't seem that great when you look at it, but it has a much bigger impact than you might realize.
Yeah, I've seen Treants win entire games just because it's round 7 and they root something that needs to move to center, right? Like, these things can really come in and do so much for the player who's controlling them. Just outside of their teleport shenanigans as well, just they are a good unit.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it's back over to our friendly neighborhood Mpire. And he's taking his time. He's thinking about what he wants to do in response to this. We're seeing some archers go down. Attack your archer on the side. Try and counter this Glade Hawk.
He's got to put down this
and what
Ursa
I'm
Minor.
worried-
That makes sense. Otherwise,
Yeah,
Ursa
it
Mage
had
is
to-
dead.
The Ursa Minor had to show up eventually. That was just a given. And yeah, I think now's a good time to play it, and I think that positioning's relatively good because it's something that Empire's looking at. And he's seeing that the original site that the Bull Elk and Ursa Mage are on is looking pretty well defended, you know. Moonfassa's shoring up his defenses on that side, so dropping the Ursa Minor down here, and maybe taking something else to charge in, like a Hippogriff, or if he had another Bull Elk, that would be good, or maybe even, you know, maneuvering Caladrix over more to that side, and going in down on this A column to try and flank towards Anwin. That might be Empire's new plan.
Yeah, I think he's got to put something big in that front spot, surely, but he's running out of big things, actually. So what I'm anticipating here is something like a Witch Hunter to take out Anwin, or a Silverglade Ranger, or maybe Hippogriff or Centaur Guard.
I think Witch Hunter's a weirdly good pick right now.
I think Witch Hunter's a great pick. It gets charging against spellcasters, right? And we've got Grovekeeper,
Yep.
Druid, and Anwin on the board. Key units for Moonfassa. I think it could do a lot of damage. It's got Pathing. It can go right through the forces.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I forgot this thing had Pathing. For those of you who don't know, Pathing is an ability that lets your piece move through any other piece. Think of it like the knight in chess.
Yeah, so that would be a really good card to just walk up. You know what? A Witch Hunter here and then a Sentinel maneuver straight up. Suddenly Anwin is under threat. Round one, maybe even turn one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's so really good. Oh my, yeah. What's Moonfassa gonna do about that?
Well, I think his best response is, it's got to be Round Shield or Buckler, right? Just get that extra
Yeah.
pip of health.
It has to be. But the question is, so what I'm kind of seeing if I'm Empire is, we have this plan for the Witch Hunter, right? So in draft, you don't want to reveal that right now. So playing the Witch Hunter to D2 now would be a mistake. You'd want to save it for literally your last 5 gold. So we'd have to play something else now and leave that D2 hex open. I'm thinking it might just be Gladehawk time.
Yeah, just start skipping out on actions. He's got a lot of gold left. Like, I think it's about 20. That's a quarter of his army. I can see some extra Caladrix abilities going down. Maybe Camouflage could be useful. But yeah, just Gladehawk, dropping maybe a few Northang Hunters down, Centaur Guard, until he's up to that last 5 gold where he suddenly needs that Witch Hunter.
Yep, absolutely, I agree. I think that's the way to handle it. And right there, that's part of the strategy in draft, and that's why I enjoy the draft phase quite a bit, is that it in of itself is like a mini game before you get into the battle phase, where you're trying to, you know, outplay your opponent, trick them, make them think you're doing something, but then surprise, I was actually doing this the whole time.
Yeah.
And that can be a ton of fun.
And speaking of surprises, I was not expecting to see Deepwood Enchantress this game.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
This just makes Witch Hunter an even better pick, to be honest. Goes
100%.
straight
Witch
into it
Hunter.
and kill it.
Yeah, Witch Hunter's the hard counter for Norfane, for Deepwood Enchantress, excuse me. Because Deepwood Enchantress has spellproof, so you can't silence her. So you have to take her out with something, and what's the best card to take her out with? Witch Hunter.
Yeah, what is really cool about Deepwood Enchantress is her Beguile ability that allows you to take control of an enemy unit this next turn. And what I've seen Moonfassa do, spoilers for the final game against Empire, was he waited till the end of the round and then teleported the Deepwood Enchantress to the center of the board and then took control of one of Empire's units ready for the next round. I don't think Empire's gonna fall for the same trick twice, though.
Probably not. He's got to keep an eye on where those teleports can go and what can teleport in order to stay on top of this game.
Yeah, which does take a lot of headspace, so it's going to be quite difficult to respond to Moonfassa. And I'm expecting to see Taunting Satyr in D5 up in Moonfassa's front line now.
Why's that?
Because he's got the setup for it, he's got Tranquility, he's got Quicken, I think he's ready to do it. What is interesting about Moonfassa's setup, he's got very little healing on the board. And I think the reason he's done that is because of Grovekeeper Druid's Tend ability, where he can heal the Treants, and he's got an extra 2 on his Wisp.
Well, all of that's a good point, but I'm just kind of surprised we haven't seen Nature's Bosom come down yet. Okay, there it is. Commentator's Curse.
Right there. Now he's got some healing to go for him.
Yeah, that would do it.
That's a pretty big Anwin, though. I think he's going to need that Buckler. Otherwise, this Witch Hunter going down could completely destroy him.
Yeah, 100%. With 5 gold left for Moonfassa, I'm wondering what he's going to take. I do think it might be Buckler and a Hunter for 4 gold. Okay, never mind. You were right. Taunting Satyr time. Let's go.
Got to go down at some point with this guy. In the back, though, does surprise me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's trying to pull off with this move.
He's looking at Anwin right now. I think he might have noticed the Witch Hunter thing that we've been talking about. Whether or not Empire's even going to see that himself and go for it, but he's looking at that D2 Hex and wondering, should I put the Satyr right in front of it? But do remember that Empire is the attacker here, which means he is going first.
That's right. Back over to Empire's turn. I think all he needs to do is draft 5 gold, which is perfect. Because he can draft the 5, leave the... Yeah, he can draft the 5, leave the other 5 open, and keep that Witch Hunter as a surprise.
Yeah, for sure. Not sure what he's going to want for 5 gold, though.
I think that he could grab...
I think the Norfang Sorcerer could be a great pick. And you know why?
Yeah, actually, Norfang Sorcerer, yeah, 100%.
Because there's no external healing outside of Anwin. So silencing Anwin means she's not doing anything this round. All of that gold, the Quicken 1, the Tranquility, Arcane Stone, Nature's Bosom, what is that? 8 gold? Suddenly just not working because it is silenced.
Definitely. Slap that Norfang Sorcerer down on G1. 100%. I think that's a great play.
I think he's looking at Silverglade Ranger right now.
Oh,
that surprises me. I'm not sure that's the best one. I don't know about that.
I think that's a miss.
I'm not sure how that helps in this game, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a bit too slow without having charging.
Well, okay, to be fair, the man does have 3 Deepwood Sentinels.
And he also has 4 charging units.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, we're calling Empire out for plays, and neither of us have made it to tournament finals in quite a while, so, you know, maybe we should check ourselves before we wreck ourselves.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see what the Silverglade Ranger can do. Oh, he's getting it for the spellproof.
Oh, of course it has spellproof. That can't be taken by the Enchantress.
Yep, it's the Enchantress counter.
I like that.
That's actually really smart.
Yeah. It can just walk up and not be afraid. What we haven't talked about yet is actually Arbormage going down. What do you think the purpose of this is?
Spellproof.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. What a great counter for Enchantress. He knows what to do. He's fought this before. He knows what's coming, and he's not gonna let it happen.
He's got the download. He is, like, Empire's absolutely got the download. He's gonna give Caladrix spellproof with that. That's what he's gonna do.
All 11 gold on that Deepwood Enchantress.
Right up.
And it's just not gonna work because Empire knows what's coming.
Absolutely. You know, that's part of the thing where, like, Deepwood Enchantress has been really powerful in the current meta, and I think that's partially because not a lot of people have played it up until now, so the counters haven't been figured out.
I think of all people that Mpire had to be the one to find it, and it looks like he's done it. I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Arbormage is very good.
What I do worry about on Empire's side of things, though, right now, is the action economy. Because it looks like they've got a very similar amount of units. There's 6 spaces free on Moon's board and only 5 on Empire's. But actually, when you really look at it, Moonfassa's got a lot of hidden actions. He can steal one from Empire with Deepwood Enchantress Beguiling. He's got +1 action on Anwin. He's got Quicken on Anwin. He's got Grovekeeper's Summoning, getting an extra action there. There's actions all over the place here.
Whoa! Is that a Deepwood Protector?
It is, and I think I know why that's gone down. It's because Silverglade Ranger has Pathing. But the problem is, Silverglade Ranger is also a perfect counter to Deepwood Protector, because it can just take it for no repercussion. It breaks the defender, so there is no physical damage return on that.
Yeah, that's true. And Moonfassa really chewing over his options, which I respect. You know, draft can sometimes take half, if not more, of a player's time, because you really got to make sure that your draft is solid, so that your battle phase is also solid.
Yeah, people can win or lose games in the draft phase. It can be quite devastating.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll hope this... it looks like no players made any major mistakes in this phase. I'm still not entirely convinced about that Ranger, but other than that, it's pretty close.
I think that Ranger could be super clutch. I really do.
Another Sentinel?
There's so many Sentinels.
Are we gonna see a 6th Sentinel? Wow!
Okay, alright, that's awesome. I gotta say, I'm very happy about that. It looks like Empire has 2 gold left.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab a Glade Hawk.
I think he could do a bit better with a Wisp, actually, this game.
Oh, yeah, Wisp might be good.
He's got 2 Gladehawks already. I'm not sure what else he's planning on using those for.
Yeah, but, dude, it's Gladehawk.
It's a very good card, but honestly, all of Sylvan's 2 golds are great.
Gladehawk is the Squire of Sylvan.
I don't think anything can be the Squire of Sylvan. That's blasphemy to the Squire. Man, Squires are too strong to say anything about that.
Alright.
Alright, we are game. Buttons are all good.
Alright, then that means we are ready to start. I'm going to tell the boys to start battling. And Empire, eyeing up that Arbormage. What do you think he's going to do with this? Like, just rip it right out of the gate?
I'm not sure the Arbormage is going down straight away. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Maneuver. Yeah,
he's going to push forward all his units as quickly as he can. He knows he does not want to deal with these treants.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to deal with the treants, let's be honest.
Absolutely.
So he's gonna be getting in there as quick as possible.
And there goes the treant. Oh, straight into center.
Right there to middle.
Ooh.
Honestly.
Is that a mistake?
No, this is actually good. I think this is good. Because we do have the Deepwood Mystic to heal off the root if it does happen.
Yeah, it's really good for Empire. I'm not sure why Moon wanted the center, because Caladrix can just whack it for free. Like, he's got backstab. He's not taking any retaliation from that.
Yeah, and we could also maneuver, like Empire could maneuver the Silverglade Ranger up right next to the treant with the Deepwood Sentinel, and that's 3 damage plus break.
Yeah, that and the Bull Elk as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and he doesn't even need to charge it with the Bullock. We've got a Deepwood Sentinel. There's so many Deepwood Sentinels, bro.
Yeah. All these Sentinels absolutely popping off already. As we'd expect. Yep. Straight in with the damage. That does not surprise me at all.
He's just like, alright, Time to make you hurt. We'll kill this Treant. Big respect. You know, another funny thing that he could do, Mpire could do, is he could move his Ursa Major to the E3 hex and roar the Treant all the way back to
oh right, just
C4.
here and just push it, yeah.
Yeah.
And Anwin heals for all of that right away.
Oh my gosh. Anwin is the most fair and balanced gameplay I think I've ever seen in this game. Nature's Bosom, perfectly balanced, absolutely no flaws. Oh my gosh, that skill is so powerful.
It is a very, very good heal. Like, an extra shield on something, that can make the difference between being able to kill it and not. Like, extra shield on a Norfang champion, suddenly you've got a 5 health unit running around. That's hard to deal with.
I could not agree more. Honestly, at this point, I'm thinking Bear just runs up and gets this thing out of here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just roar it back. Make sure it's doing nothing
And
this
because
round.
if it's back... Yeah, and if it's back, then the teleport is meaningless.
You know what? What if... Oh. Never mind.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, that's good. I was going to suggest Ursa Major maybe roars it across down this way into this hex here.
Oh,
That could
so
have been
funny.
completely brutal. Sat right next to the Silverglade Ranger Sentinel and Ursa Major, Ursa Minor.
That's actually really funny. At that point, I would be worried about a sneaky teleport, though.
Yes, true.
He's just
This
gonna move the tree and
really
I like
wants
it.
to be in the center. They have been fighting for the center since the beginning. I am loving it.
Man, that's some dominant energy right there. I very much respect that.
You might want Ursa Major going that way though.
Nah, Ursa Major in center, I think is bad. I like the Treant so much more.
Yeah, he's got all his teleport shenanigans ready to go right here.
Yeah, I mean this is the spot for it. At this point, Ursa Major definitely just bring him in, knock him out of there. Over on Moonfassa's side, I'm looking at it. Where do you see Index?
I'm seeing him just waiting out Empire, to be honest. He's got all these actions, right?
It's true.
All these hidden things that he can do. And I think he's just gonna wait out Empire until all those big units have been used, and then go for a Beguile in round 1.
You know, I think you're right, and I think that's definitely the play to go with, especially with Moonfassa being on Defender. But me as a Gath main, you know, I'm always looking for like, oh, what kind of cool, exciting play can I do? What sort of fun shenanigans can I pull off? But sometimes it's better just to, you know, let your opponent come to you. Let your opponent tire themselves out. Do some Sun Tzu Art of War stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's what Sylvan's actually best at, right? They are
I agree.
the most explosive faction at the end of round 1. They are waiting you out, pushing all their units slowly forward, ready for the explosion at the end of round 1. And then you have to deal with half of your army gone. But you still have more health than them because they have not got much on the board. That's what Sylvan's meant to do. That's what they're meant to feel like. And I think this game captures it brilliantly.
I strongly agree with that. As always, my friend, your analysis is high quality. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
here
what's
we
he
go.
doing? Is he pushing? He's pushing the
it's
Glade Hawk. Oh,
Let's go!
he has to deal with that. He has...
Does.
That Mystic is in trouble now. Just this line right over all of these units.
Oh my god. Glade Hawk. What is this?
He doesn't even need to quicken or teleport it. He's got the maneuver. All of these maneuvers on the board. They're doing so much.
All Empire has is Bull Elk. Oh,
Yeah, he's
wait,
just moving
the
it
Deeper
away.
Mist can just walk away. Never mind.
I mean, you say that, but now the other Sentinel on the other side
Oh
of the
my
Glade
gosh.
Hawk could do the same thing. I don't think it would be great, because Ursa Major and Ursa Minor would be blocked off a little bit, but it would be funny, and that's what matters.
Yeah, no, I think that's good, honestly. Well, okay, now we're just gonna skip.
Yeah, we're starting to
like you
wait
said,
out
just
our
waiting it out.
opponent.
Waiting it out at this point. I do think the other Sentinels swapping in the Gladehawk, I think that's very funny. And I wouldn't worry about the Ursa Major or Ursa Minor being blocked in, because you can teleport them out of it.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I actually think it's quite good as well, to be honest. Just moving that Gladehawk to a slightly more forward position means you're again threatening that Mystic, although it isn't actually the greatest position now that I look at it, because this Gladehawk in the bottom right is protecting it.
Yeah? It's a good point. Unfortunate. I like funny Gladehawk plays. I was hoping to see more of them this round, but, you know, we can wait till next round.
We all love funny Gladehawk plays, and honestly, it was really good already. It's forced the Mystic to move somewhere awkward.
Yep, Ursa Major getting bumped up. I think it's just going to go for the Hippogriff.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. He's not in too much danger sat there. Maybe he is, I don't know. There's a few units there that could target him, but honestly, taking out that Hippogriff is just, it's useful. There's no other way to put it.
I agree. I think it's quite good. So now it's over to Moonfassa. Honestly, if I was in this spot, I might just use the Hippogriff to take the Deepwood. Yeah, I'm going down 4 gold, but then I get my Counterstrike.
Yeah, for sure, and Counter-Strike, it can't be underestimated. That's 3 damage that you wouldn't have had otherwise.
Yes, 3 free damage, and I like free damage.
Everyone likes free damage. Free damage is fantastic.
I say as the guy who routinely makes fun of Argog's Counter-Strike ability for 1 gold.
Dude, Reflexes, it's a good card, I'm telling you. I would never not take that card.
I'm coming around to it. But you know what else is coming around? This Gladehawk.
More funny Gladehawk plays. I love it.
We're not.
And you know what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Gladehawk goes there. He's waiting for Mpire to take with his Gladehawk. And then Moonfassa will take with his Gladehawk. And then that Gladehawk will be quickened. And then that Gladehawk will take the Deepwood Mystic.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, actually, Mpire does kind of have to take this Gladehawk.
And he's doing it!
Why is because of the threat of Quicken, right?
Exactly.
Like, that's why. He doesn't have a choice. And now the Tethyr Archer takes the Gladehawk. And because the Tethyr Archer was there, I do think taking Gladehawk for Gladehawk is kind of value on Empire's side.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's not gotten anything bad out of it. But yeah, he's doing it with the Gladehawk. I'm seeing a Quicken coming along here. I don't know about you.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's Quicken time, boys.
And
we're gonna make this Gladehawk go zoom.
This is gonna be really rough for Empire because the only way to deal with it is Ursa Major or Bull Elk, in which case he's lost one of his biggest units. And there's nothing he can do about it. He's either got to accept the loss of the Mystic, or he could use the Arbormage to give Steadfast.
That's the way to get out of this. That's absolutely the way to get out of this. Okay, because let's take a look at Enchantress. Enchantress Beguile is 3 range non-combinable. Just don't move near it and you're good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think, Arbormage is the solution.
Yeah, that's... Oh, okay. So check this out. He can Arbormage, hedge for 2 mana, give his Mystic Steadfast permanently.
Oh, that would be so strong. Yeah. Pay an extra mana to affect the buff, to affect the unit until it moves. Oh, that would be quite good, wouldn't it? There's the Quicken. Yep. Here comes the Steadfast, Quicken. I'm sure of it.
Permanent
it's got to be Steadfast.
Permanent Steadfast. Let's see it. Let's see it, Empire.
Now, I will say, I think Empire's reluctant to do this. And I think that's because he knows the threat of Enchantress just being teleported to the tree end and beguiling one of his units. Yeah, so he really wants that spell proof. But he's got so many fewer actions. Oh, that works too. Yeah.
That's genius, actually.
So what's really interesting about Raw on Ursa Major is it moves a target enemy unit, and I'm not sure if it says on the back, it doesn't, but in the comprehensive rules, to move something uses normal movement rules, and flying is considered a normal movement roll, so he can just push it right through Moonfassa's units.
Absolutely. I think that's so... We didn't even see that. I think that's honestly super smart, because now his Arbormage can still, like, spell-proof his Caladrix.
Yeah, Mpire's always good at finding the moves that we can't find.
And at this point, he could honestly use the Hunter to take out the Gladehawk right now, and I think that's good.
Even the Bulwark, to be honest, because the Bulwark is not in danger. It's got Steadfast. It can just sit right there and not worry about being hit.
I don't know, because that Sentinel there can just maneuver the Hippogriff right next to it.
Right, that is true, yeah.
Yeah, and so this is exactly what the Ranger was for, because this can move into Enchantress's range and just not sweat it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm wondering what he's planning on using this teleport for, though. Moonfassa has held this Grovekeeper Druid up in the top all game so far, and it's just waiting to teleport something next to that Treant. And what's it gonna be?
Okay. Total tinfoil hat bonkers idea. But he could teleport the Ursa Major and then roar Caladrix down to E1.
Ooh, no Caladrix for this round for you.
Yeah, just get Caladrix out of the game for a whole round. I think that's pretty good.
That would be super decent. I'm still seeing this Deepwood Enchantress play happening.
Yeah, he could teleport the Deepwood Enchantress, and honestly, that'd be very funny.
Yeah. Oh, just a little ping on Ursa Major. That's very fine.
Valid. Yeah.
I think he's got the damage to kill him, though. Yeah, he does.
Well, let's play everybody's favorite game, Basic Edition. So, let's see. 6 health left on the Ursa Major, 4 damage from Moonfassa's Ursa Major, and then 3 from Hippogriff. I do think that is enough to pull it off.
It is, but I'm seeing a different line. I'm seeing him not bothering with the teleport this round. He could just summon a Treant right next to Ursa Major, punch him, and then finish him off with the Hippogriff, and suddenly the Hippogriff is also threatening the Mystic by just sitting there.
That's way better, I think. Yeah, just forget the teleport. We're just so focused on the teleport, that's all we can think about.
Yeah, he could just summon another Treant. There's no reason not to do it.
And it's just more actions, too.
And Moonfassa doesn't even need to be worried about this Ranger right now, right? Because it's not got charging, and it's only sat next to a Deepwood Sentinel. Oh well, if you lose your Sentinel, you've got 2 anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got 3, anyway.
3, yeah, 3.
I'm thinking this might be a rough game for Mpire here.
I'm not so sure.
Looking like he's in a tight position.
It's looking really balanced to me, to be honest. Mpire has dealt with this strategy best he can. He knew exactly what was coming all game, and he has just protected against it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you make a good point.
Although both players are just running out of actions slowly, and they're going to need to use them at some point.
Round 1, like I always say, is like the positioning, you know, the early game positioning where everybody's moving their troops 1 little inch at a time in a game, a more traditional war game or miniatures game. And round 1 in this game is similar, where it's a lot of positioning and getting everything set up for the subsequent rounds to try and close out the game and establish your position.
Just walking forward with the Sentinel, that's fair enough. I would have walked 1 step further with that if I were him.
If he did, he'd be in roar range from
I
the
mean,
Ursus.
that's
I
not a
think this is
problem.
good.
If he was one step further forward, he could have maneuvered that Silverglade Ranger. Oh, he's doing the Treant thing! He's doing it!
Yup. That's not good.
And it's not a problem if that Treant takes damage, because he can just heal it right back up with those Grovekeepers. Doesn't look like Enchantress is doing anything this round, though.
I don't think she's going to. Oh, she can't. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got her other ability, Untouchable. But I don't imagine there's much
damage
point in
return.
it. Oh! Oh, I love that. Shield of Thorns.
That's
Physical damage
my
return
gosh.
on Ursa
Like,
Major.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is why I love watching and commentating these games, because I always think something's going to happen. I always see things along one line, and then the players do something, and my mind is just blown. Like,
Yeah, our players always find a way. They always find a counter strategy. And what position is Mpire in now? None of his units are gone. And he's not been attacked by any of the crazy teleport shenanigans. He's in a great spot.
He has solved the problem. Like, yeah. Okay. I mean,
Shoot Silverglade for one. I suppose that makes sense. Oh!
that was...
Oh, I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Just charge the Silverglade. It's not a problem anymore.
Oh no, the Bull Elk's dead.
Oh, the Bull Elk's dead.
Oh, this got bad so quick.
What happened? No,
He just
Empire.
He just roared with Ursa Major. Like, Empire was sitting in such a good spot, and then all of a sudden Moonfassa is just like, oh, you thought things were good? Surprise.
Wow.
That is 20 gold just gone.
And 20 of his key stuff, that's a huge problem.
I am legitimately stunned.
Yeah, I can't believe that's just happened. That's crazy. And what's he gonna do now? Because he's just lost half his units.
I mean, he could pull off a pretty big Blade Echo here with Caladrix. I mean, the F4 hex is very open.
Yeah, I mean, he's got lots of different places to target Blade Echo, but he's not going to get many kills with that. He'll get a bunch of damage, sure, but what you need is kills as fast as possible, especially after you're so many units down, and he's just not got that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow, Moonfassa, that was crazy, crazy end of round.
Who could have seen it? Who could have seen it coming other than Moonfassa? I honestly, I'm floored, but I can't blame Empire.
Yeah, it's totally not his fault. That was just 990 IQ play by Moonfassa. None of us could have seen it.
Moonfassa just outplayed all of us. Like, holy cow. Moonfassa looking like the new villain of Legacy's Allure.
That was insane. Yeah, taking the Treant here makes sense to me. He's got to get rid of that as fast as possible.
At this point, yeah. It had to go.
Now, I know that was really rough, but I don't think Empire is at a complete loss for this game.
It's not over yet. It's definitely not over yet. That was a really big end of round take, but Moonfassa doesn't have a whole lot going on right now.
Yeah, let me tell you why as well, because, right, Deepwood Enchantress is still in the back line, nowhere near doing anything to anything. Oh, Tranquility on Caladrix. Oh, that hurts. And it can't be removed. He's paid for the extra mana, so it can't be removed. Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
I think Empire's just gotta wait it out this round. Just back off a little bit, and then deal some damage later.
wait it out, we back off, lick our wounds, regroup.
Yeah. Now, what is fine about Tranquility is it means Caladrix has no shot of going down this round. He's disarmed, yes, but also he reduces damage to 0. So he can just run right up into a really stupid place with Caladrix and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's one thing that Moonfassa has to watch out for, is that if these Deepwood Sentinels move, either of them, Caladrix is running straight into the back row and saying, howdy, and then wiping that back row.
Yeah, completely gone. No more Enchantress, no more Anwin, no more Grovekeepers, no more no more Archer, Wisp, Sentinel. Is, absolutely devastating if he can get there.
I mean, one thing Mpire can do is he can pop the Arbormage right now to just give Caladrix Spellproof this round, so that way he can just run Caladrix right next to that Enchantress.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Just not worry about it, you know?
And I like what he's done here as well by putting the Glade Hawk there. He's blocked off that Hex, so he can no longer be... Oh, Enchantress, moving forward. Oh, he can target Ursa Major. Ursa Minor, even.
Yeah, counterpoint? So?
I mean, it's a loss for the Great Hunter, and it means Ursa Minor is not doing anything this round. It's useful. No doubt in my mind.
One weird play I'm seeing is Ursa Minor could just, like, roar the Treant right now, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that makes sense.
And then that's, like, a good use of the Minor, and now Enchantress just isn't doing anything.
Ooh, and Caladrix with Spellproof can run right next to Anwin and the Enchantress.
Yeah.
Oh, and that could be dangerous.
Yeah,
that could be so
exactly.
scary. Is he going to maneuver the Hippogriff? No, I didn't think so.
He's going to maneuver the Treant, yeah.
Yeah, maneuvering the Hippogriff
sense.
would have been a mistake because that taunting Satyr in the back could just taunt it like it's doing the Treant.
Yeah. The problem with this is teleport options are very there.
Yeah. And
Man,
now this
Mpire
Hippogriff is really getting in the mix of it. It's taken a look at that Deepwood Mystic and it's saying, hello there, I fly faster than you can walk.
And I think the problem right now is that Empire's positioning's pretty good, but he's just bleeding units.
Yeah, and I'm not sure he should have moved Caladrix there. He could have moved one closer. And D5, this Hex up here, this can just be blocked by Moonfassa.
Yeah, and Caladrix doesn't have Spellproof yet, so he can just get roared by the Ursas.
Yeah, for sure. I would have moved Caladrix one a little bit further.
I would have Spellproofed and then moved up to D5.
that makes sense to me as well.
Like, that would have been my order of operations on this. Sure, it kind of, telegraphs what you're trying to do to Moonfassa, but at this point, there isn't a whole lot Moonfassa can do to stop it.
Yeah, for sure.
You could, like, move a bear in the way. Okay, whatever, I'll just go to E6 then, and then still do my thing next turn.
Although Caladrix does still present a threat where he is. Sure, he can be blocked, but that's now a wall that can't be moved. Oh! Oh, that's an aggressive bear. He wants to take out that Mystic.
And that makes sense. I mean, with Deepwood Mystic being the only source of healing on Empire's side, once it goes down, Empire's going to be in a world of trouble.
Yeah. What's really interesting here is we're seeing the power of the double Grovekeeper. Because if you've taken out both your Treants in round 1, suddenly you've got 2 teleports in round 2, right? You can just put 2 things down. And what if he teleports that Tethir Archer down to that Treant? Takes the Mystic right out.
Yeah, that's, I didn't even think of that. But, like, Dane, you're right. That's a problem. This is all kinds of problems. Like, Empire's in a sandwich, and the bread is bears.
I'm really intrigued to see how round 3 goes here, because sure, we've had an explosive end of round 1. We've had crazy stuff going on in round 2, but round 3 is where this is all really going to go down.
Yeah, no, I agree. If this Caladrix can get in there and get off that Blade Echo to take out both Anwin and the Enchantress, he's back in the game.
Yeah, for sure.
It, like, that just flips it around. He is 100% back in this because he takes out his opponent's healing and he takes out the biggest threat on that board.
Yeah, and then all that's really going for Moonfassa is the Hippogriff and the bears after that.
Yeah. And one of those bears has 3 damage on it already. That's just on it. And Mpire has both of his bears left still. So if this healer and Enchantress goes down, what's more valuable, that Hippogriff or that Caladrix? And I'm going to say that Caladrix.
Yeah, and don't forget that Caladrix has still got armor 1. It's going to be hard to hit that thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, pushing him back there, though, that does hurt a bit.
I think it's fine. I honestly think it's fine. That Enchantress is still in range to get threatened.
Yeah, spellproof on Caladrix just makes sense to me here.
Yeah, but this is specifically why I would have put spellproof on Caladrix first.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just the better thing to do. Although, looks like that Enchantress is going down. Yeah. Oh! It's not, though.
Isn't it?
Because Sentinel's just moved right in the way.
Well... crud. Uh-oh. That's a problem. And, yep, there it is. And
yeah, there's the teleport and kill the healer.
Yeah.
That's the fastest Tethir Archer I've ever seen.
Man, that moved, what, 6 X's?
And now Ursa Minor belongs to Moonfassa.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
That is... Moonfassa essentially has 3 bears this round.
Yeah, not only that, but his Enchantress has another target this round. He can use all that mana, take out Caladrix as one of his own.
Caladrix is actually has spellproof until moved because of Arbormage.
Did he spend 2?
Okay.
He
did spend 2. Yeah,
spent
the
2,
token just
so we'll
left.
drop that back on Caladrix there.
Yeah. So that's the good news.
Yeah, and honestly, the Northang Hunter, yeah, just taking the bear there. 1 bear less. It means a lot, actually.
Legit.
Yeah. See, all this has happened, but, like, I still think it's winnable for Empire. It's going to be tough, but the game's just not over.
This is definitely winnable. That Treant's super slow. Honestly, at this point, if I'm Empire... I mean, heck, Ursa Major, just take that Sentinel. Like, just
yeah, there it is.
Forget about it.
And, like, the crazy thing is that Moonfassa is just running out of damage on this board. Although he can kill Ursa Major by roaring it back into that Treant.
Yeah. And then Arbormage says no. Like, I mean, Arbormage can... If I was Empire right now, I would straight up just be like, alright, Arbormage, spellproof, boom, no.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably the right move.
Because then it protects you against Beguile, it protects you against Roar, it protects you against literally everything Moonfassa has on the board right now.
Yeah, spellproof is just... it's the way to go against this nonsense.
Yeah. Caladrix in a little bit of a situation here, because this Deepwood Sentinel is really messing with his flow.
I think if he just moves up by the side of the Enchantress, then it's not a problem.
Well, the problem is that then he loses spellproof.
Yeah, he can just give it back.
He can, but then the Major's dead.
True. Yeah. Oh. Oh no.
Okay, I don't think that was
no.
right.
What was he doing? Why?
Mpire, what was that, buddy? Uh-oh.
Although Ursa Major can't die anymore.
That
Hippogriff's
is
just
the
being
good
used.
news. Just Arbormage not doing its thing. I had to do its thing.
It really did, yeah. And that Wisp is still on the board, ready to break Caladrix at any point.
Yeah, that's gonna not be fun. And now Caladrix loses spell proof, and that's decidedly ungroovy.
And when...
Oh no.
Oh?
Oh no, bro.
What have you seen?
So, hey, that's a really cool Deepwood Enchantress. What if it was next to this Treant, and then now I have a Caladrix?
Oh, that's gonna hurt, yeah.
And there is nothing Mpire can do to stop it.
He's just run out of all his actions.
Okay, Quicket, alright, yeah, we're just gonna show off.
Oh, no!
Oh, it's getting worse! Oh, it just gets worse.
He's crazy!
Oh, no!
These are some of the most insane plays I've ever seen. I have
never seen Quicken 1 actually be good.
Moonfassa's brain is just out of this world. He's... Wow!
What is this?
And
what is this?
He's gonna steal Caladrix, isn't he? No. Oh, wait, he's still got another Grovekeeper. It's fine.
He's still gonna steal Caladrix. Oh my gosh. Like Nicolas Cage stole the Declaration of Independence. This Caladrix is all his.
1 damage on Ursa Minor for...
Yeah, why not?
For free?
Walls. Yeah, do it for the walls. Okay,
both players are running low on their clock now.
Hey, all you need is 1 second left to win the game.
Yeah, this is true. We've seen it happen. Dravode actually once won a tournament with 0 seconds on his clock, which was very entertaining.
Oh, yeah, and he just had the 10-second delay.
Yeah, he didn't quite exactly time out, even though it said 0 on his clock. It was quite funny.
He had a handful of milliseconds left. I remember that.
He's taking us a Minor instead of Caladrix. I'm not sure about that.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, he's not in trouble. I think it would have been better to take Caladrix, though.
Yeah, I agree. And now Empire's just like, what does he even do at this point? Just skip with Arbormage. Yeah,
yeah, putting him right there, ready for the Grovekeepers to just whack it with a stick.
This is so unfortunate. Oh my gosh.
Everything's just going down.
I mean, honestly, that 20 gold surprise at the end of round 1 was...
It was a lot, wasn't it?
Bonkers. That was so much.
Honestly, everything that's going on right now is bonkers.
What?
Oh!
Moonfassa, calm down, man. Come on, bro. What is happening?
I just can never see these plays, but Moon is big brain.
Oh. My guy, Caladrix is dead.
Is dead?
Okay, no. So I was thinking Grovekeeper Druid, teleport Ursa Major next to the tree. Ursa Major deals 3 Caladrix and he's dead. But
yeah, he doesn't need to right now. Yeah, this is most certainly game at this point. I'm just wondering if Mpire has any plans to ruin Moonfassa's plans, but I don't think there's much he can do.
All he has left is a single Caladrix. If that Ursa Major wasn't here...
Oh, the Blade Echo!
The Blade Echo's good. The Blade Echo's very good. If the Ursa Major was not here, Mpire could win it with just the Caladrix.
Yeah, but unfortunately for him, it's there, and... Oh, don't take him out with the Archer. Don't do it!
Oh my gosh. Oh,
What's Arbormage doing?
He's gonna give himself.
Nah, he's giving
Oh right, yeah,
spellproof. Nice.
Yeah, spellproof. It's legit.
Yeah, it's very fair. Oh right, it stops him being broken.
Hey.
Actually, hang on.
Yeah, so we break Caladrix. Oh no.
No, we can't break Caladrix. He's got spellproof. He's still alive this round.
Right.
He's surviving this one.
And see, this is exactly what I was saying. If Ursa Major wasn't here, Empire could totally win it with just the Caladrix.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that's the whole problem, is that Ursa Major managed to get this deep into the game at full health.
Hmm.
That's it. That's the whole problem that Empire has right now.
Yeah, and all these units are just moving away. We're on round 6. There's not much he can do.
Empire, wait.
Do you sing something?
No.
No.
Maybe, but no. No.
Treant's got a little bit too much health, and...
If Treant... And the other thing is, I'm sitting here and I'm like, if Treant had one more damage...
Yeah.
We could do something about it.
Although Ursa Major would still be in position to kill Caladrix. And taking out those units just to feel good about himself.
Because Caladrix could swing around. Ursa Major would be 1 hex away if Caladrix attacked the card adjacent to Treant and then dealt the Blade Echo.
Right.
Right, so like...
Right, because he's... Well, he's the attacker, isn't he? He needs to get center.
Yeah. And that is game. That's game. 'Cause it's round 7. Yeah.
Well, thank you all very much for watching. Crazy game. I'm honestly, Speed Robo, I am shook at the crazy plays that we saw that game. It got a little hopeless for Empire towards the end, but Moonfassa and Empire, they both continued to impress, and it's just crazy.
I'm floored with the amazing tech we saw from Moonfassa here today. He is absolutely on the bleeding edge of Legacy's Allure. And if you want to pick Moonfassa's brain, all you have to do is click the link in the description to join our Discord server, and he will be happy to do some of this stuff to you in a game.
Absolutely.
So,
and if you haven't already ordered your copy of Legacy's Allure, if you weren't on the Kickstarter, well, we've got our shop on our website where you can just pick up the game if you haven't already. Hopefully this game has convinced you that it is definitely worth it.
Absolutely. Legacy's Allure available for pre-order right now at legaciesallure.com. And card folk, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.